Copy.
This view now from the Soyuz MS-14 external engineering camera. About 180 meters separating Soyuz from the aft port of the Zvezda service module, which is visible almost at the center of the crosshairs. As the fly-around is about to be completed, there'll be a brief period of station keeping before the command is issued for final approach for this unpiloted Soyuz craft.
The range is about 1.5 squares on the overlay grid, and I can confirm that it matches the course data about 170 meters. Copy. Station keeping confirmed.
And the Russian flight control team confirms that station keeping has begun.
The rates are 0.
So all of the motion on the Soyuz MS-14 has been nulled at this point at a distance of 168 meters between the Soyuz and the aft port of the Zvezda service module.
Ready to send the final approach command on Argo. Copy that. I'm ready.
We're in a short handover here between satellites on our tracking and data relay satellite system. We will regain the downlink video from the station momentarily.
The video feed for a second there, so please provide continuous commentary.
And the command has been issued for final approach.
Closing rate is 0.79 meters per second. Service module is taking up 2 squares on the overlay grid, which matches the course range data. Everything is nominal. Copy, Alexander.
145 meters now, Soyuz steadily approaching for a docking to the aft port of the Zvezda service module.
meters. 115 meters range, which matches the overlay. Copy, Alexander.
"100 meters now separating Soyuz from the service module. This view from a truss camera on the International Space Station. Good alignment between the Soyuz, the core's automated rendezvous system operating normally so far.
And I'm seeing the outline of the target. The target is almost smack in the center of the sky, and
the International Space Station is flying over northern Kazakhstan, soon to pass over the capital of Kazakhstan, newly named Nur Sultan. Now 70 meters separating the Soyuz and the International Space Station. Again, following contact and capture, the forward docking probe on the Soyuz will be retracted. The hooks will close at the docking interface to form a hard mate. And that will be the precursor to Alexei Ovchinin, the station commander, and Alexander Skvortsov conducting 2 orbits worth of leak checks to make sure that there's an airtight seal between the Soyuz and the station before the hatch to the Soyuz vehicle is opened in the early morning hours Tuesday. A good view of the aft docking port on the Zvezda service module. Zvezda having launched in July of 2000 as the centerpiece of the Russian segment of the International Space Station.
45 meters. 45 meters, copy, Alexander.
And this view is from a television camera on the aft port of the Zvezda service module. This was the same camera that was employed when the European Space Agency's automated transfer vehicle, the ATV, was delivering cargo to the International Space Station.
The range is about 35 meters, by my estimate.
This view looking dead on to the forward docking probe on the Soyuz MS-14 spacecraft as it negotiates the final few meters before contact and capture.
Range is about 31 meters. Copy.
The view from now from the Soyuz external engineering camera, about 30 meters separating the 2 vehicles.
5 meters.
Good alignment reported by the Russian flight control team.
The crosshairs are aligned, but the target has moved a little bit off center. Copy. After 15 meters, you do not need to continue monitoring visually. Copy.
And once again, this view of the slowly approaching Soyuz vehicle from a television camera on the aft end of the Zvezda service module right next to the docking target itself.
20 meters. Copy.
Everything reported to be nominal from the Russian flight control team in Korolyov. 25 meters now separating Soyuz and its port of call.
SSVP docking assembly is activated and ready for docking. Copy. We've switched to Baza AR. Copy.
"15 meters now separating the Soyuz from this view from the Zvezda aft port camera.
Approach confirmed. The motion is very slow and steady. Everything looks nominal within the approach corridor. The range is about between 9 to 8 meters. Copy.
Just about 8 meters now separating Soyuz and Zvezda.
Did I call it? I love my job.
The approach continues to be right on the money as we stand by for contact and capture of the International Space Station.
Я ему принесла радиограмму за 2 дня до того, как они ее обсуждать начали.
Ожидаем касания.
Contact.
Принято.
Copy.
Right on the doorstep, the Soyuz about to contact. Contact confirmed and capture confirmed at 10:08 p.m. Central Time, 11:08 p.m. Eastern Time, as the International Space Station flew 260 miles over eastern Mongolia. The Soyuz MS-14, on its second attempt, is home at the aft port of the Zvezda service module, completing the first phase of its test flight. And the docking probe on the forward end of the Soyuz is now in the process of retracting. Again, the second time was the charm, a flawless approach, perfect operation of the Corps' automated rendezvous system on both the Soyuz and on the passive side, the Zvezda service module, following last night's Soyuz relocation to free up this aft port. Again, docking occurring at 10:08 p.m. Central Time, 11:08 p.m. Eastern Time.
Copy, Alexander.
The docking probe continues to retract. This will enable hooks to close to form a hard mate between Soyuz and the International Space Station's Zvezda service module. Again, the unpiloted Soyuz vehicle is safely in port at the Zvezda service module. And soon the hatch will open, and within the next few days, the humanoid robot, the